Hello again. I guess it's time to get this started. I've been pondering and trying to figure out, you know, what I should kick this whole thing off with. The problems that some of my extended family's having is really kind of playing on my mind. Uh, my son can also, watch this. Hopefully, get some education out of it. Uh, at least something to think about. I have some family members that are having problems in their house and in their lives with the spiritual world, with spiritual warfare, but they don't understand that. They might understand that, but all the implications and understanding of it, I don't think is there. And so I'm going to try to explain and help them out with that. I think maybe a quick history lesson on demons is in order. If you understand, if you understand something, uh, it's easier to deal with. First and foremost, whenever spiritual warfare is happening, you know, literally in your house, people like to say, this we have a poltergeist or a ghost. Um, Demon might come up as well. It's all pretty much one and the same. These beings are free to do pretty much anything they want. This is where they live on Earth in the physical realm. This is where they live. This is their home. When Satan was kicked out of heaven, Lucifer, uh, God didn't send him to hell. He was not banished to hell. He came to Earth, and he's been here ever since. Um, I wouldn't go so far as to say he's never been in hell because he's probably free to roam around, do whatever he wants. There are scriptures explaining kind of what he's been up to and what he's been doing. Um, and you can find those. Get yourself a thesaurus, or not a thesaurus, a concordance. I have a Strong's concordance that lists Bible scriptures. Uh, that way, if it's hard for you to find something in the Bible, you can use a concordance. Look up a key word such as demon if you wanted to go that route. It'll be listed there with all the scriptures that pertain to demon, to that word. You can do that with. It's pretty extensive, so you can do that with just about any word or even phrase. A lot of times in a concordance, there's phrases. Um, so you can look that up as well, and there'll still be, a long list of scriptures that talk about that phrase or that word. So now that I've explained that, um, it's a good investment. Go ahead, get yourself a concordance. Obviously, you need a Bible. uh, I like the King James Bible myself. I got me a King James Bible. I bought it for $20 at Walmart. Um, my eyesight kind of, it's hard to see up close. I don't know the technical. They don't really make a lot of sense to me. The terms for nearsightedness and farsightedness, all that stuff. I get it, but I don't know which one it is that I'm ailed with. But it's hard to see up close. So I have some readers I wear. But this Bible for $20, King James Version. Um, it's large print, so it's pretty easy to see. You can also, if you want to spend a little bit more money, there are a lot of King James Bibles out there that come with study guides. So remember those. Anything that's part of the study guide in the Bible is not the Bible. Some people get confused with that, and there was a big issue when that first came out. When they started putting study guides inside Bibles, it might seem kind of strange to us or even funny, but people were confused and they thought it was part of the Bible. Um, and it's not. So it's just the author or the company who put that forth. That's their interpretation, kind of whatever scripture they're talking about in that study guide. And those study guides can go all the way through the Bible. They're pretty extensive. They're pretty neat. But you have to keep in mind that is somebody's opinion. It's not part of the Bible. So if you read it and it's not, making a whole lot of sense to you, or it doesn't even sound like they're explaining it in a way that's not connecting to how you read the Bible or those verses, You know, don't hinge on that. Uh, so, anyways, um, demons uh, are spiritual beings. They live in the spiritual world, and all around this physical world, the earth that we live in, there is a spiritual realm, a spiritual world, the extension of creation that God made. We do not see all of His creation. We can't see everything that He made. You walk outside your door, you take a look around, you see how beautiful this world is. God made, you know, uh, the beauty of it all, and it's in its fallen state. So I can only imagine what it looked like before the fall of man happened, and sin came into the world, and things were cursed. Yes, God can curse, and He does. Right at the beginning of the Bible, right after Adam and Eve ate that fruit, they sinned, and as a result of that, God cursed quite a few things. So right there you can see God curses. So what He does, it helps, or it's part of His process to deal with sin, to deal with us in our fallen state. And He uses these curses that He can do to bring people to Him. And as a punishment for sin in its various forms, there's many forms of sin. But anyway, I probably will have a problem with rabbit trailing, because this is totally unscripted and I'm just talking as I'm going along here. So I'll try to stay on point and on task, which I already have failed to do. So getting back to demons, they have many abilities. We don't even know them all. I don't certainly have no clue. They are talked about in the Bible. Things that they can do are presented in the Bible, but it is by no means an exhaustive list of the powers and abilities that demons have over us. And inherently, God created them. Well, I don't think God created demons. Some Christians would probably disagree, but that's a discussion for a later time. But the point is, we don't know everything that they can do, but I can fill you in on things that are more known. So, making objects fly across, say, the living room, they can do that. Making things appear like scratches on the wall, blood running down the wall. Yeah, why limit something that you don't know about? Does that make sense? You're only giving them more power. If you say they can't do that and then they do it, you're confused, in awe, and you can't really go forward from there because you're just totally amazed and freaking out. But there's ways to deal with them. I'm sorry, I'm recording this on my iPhone. I don't know how long of a video I can do that'll actually upload, because I'm learning all this as I'm going along. But I'll continue on. If you're not a Christian, if you do not have, I won't even use that. If you do not have Jesus in your life, if you don't know Jesus, and He's not your Savior, you haven't accepted Him, you are pretty much powerless against these demons. Even if you are a Christian, but you're living wrong, if you are not letting Him guide you, if you're not living the way that He taught in the Bible, you're pretty much powerless as well. Demons can see, not just demons, but all beings in the spirit realm, in the spirit world, see more than we do. So they can pretty much look at you and in the spirit see if you have Jesus and you're living right. And there's things I can explain there. I'll have to do other videos and stuff like that to explain all those things. Maybe I should start writing out a script. That might help. But if you don't have Jesus, you're pretty much powerless. You can't. They can walk all over you and do whatever they want to. If you have Jesus and you know how to use your inheritance from him as a Christian, which is power and authority over all things, and demons fall into all things. When he said all things, I believe he meant all things. So you can kick them out, you can bind them, you can send them away. I mean, pretty much just whatever you tell them, they have to do it in the power and authority of Jesus Christ. So that's virtually the only way to succeed and be victorious in the spiritual realm in your life against these demons. And without it, I'm sorry to say, your predicament that you are having in your home isn't going to end. And moving isn't going to help either, because those demons could just follow you. And if you're living your life in a way that opens doors for demons, which is a reality, there's things that we can do that invite demons, that open doors to demons. Now, it may not, but it also very well could. So why even gamble with that? Why even go that route, you know? And I know it's hard, because this is leading into you need Jesus Christ in your life. You need to accept him into your heart, and that's all there is to it. It's not just wanting a better life, which is what a lot of Christians use to bring people to him. You'll have a better life, which can be true, but it also may not be true. There's a very good video out there called Hell's Best Kept Secrets. Trying to think of his name. Ray Comfort. The guy that does the video is Ray Comfort, and the video is called Hell's Best Kept Secrets. And he does a wonderful job of explaining why you need Jesus in your life, and the purpose of salvation, and how how to share that with people, and bring them into the fold of Jesus Christ. But I'm thinking I'm probably going to have to do another, probably part 2 or even a part 3 of this video. Look, without Jesus, bottom line, your problem at home, if you're being attacked by demons in any way, it's the way it's going to be unless you have Jesus Christ. And it's not just a house. Now, they can possess a house and just stay there. They can do that. But if you've opened doors in your life and your family's life to invite these demons, chances are good they're not going to stay there. You lived in an apartment complex prior, and I remember you saying that there was problems, spiritually, demonically in that house, and then you moved, and now you're having problems in that house as well. So they probably followed you. And if you move, they're probably going to follow you again. It's a bigger issue than running away, not staying at home, because they can go wherever you are. They know you. They know who you are. Another word for demon is a familiar spirit. This is a demonic being that knows you. It's been around you so long that it knows you, what you're doing, what you've done. That's why they call them a familiar spirit, because they're familiar with you. And again, the only power over that, Jesus Christ. And his power and authority, which you don't have unless you just give your life to him. So I'm sorry to say, without him, you really have no hope against these demons. I keep looking at the time on this video. I'm going to cut it off and see if it'll actually upload, and I'll do a part 2 for you. And I hope it helps. So, thank you.